So yesterday we were talking about adding and subtracting decimals. Today we're going to move on to multiplying. Multiplying is very different than adding and subtracting. Yesterday we said when we're adding and subtracting we line up the decimal every time. But the first thing that our directions say for multiplying is what? Do not line them up. Now, that's not to say if they happen to line up when you write them down, that's not okay. It is okay. But you're not going to intentionally line them up, because if you do that, what you will end up doing is adding a whole bunch of extra zeros and doing a whole bunch of extra work. So you have no need to line up the decimals. You're just going to multiply. You're going to pretend like there are no decimals there. You're just going to multiply the numbers. Then you're going to count all the numbers that are behind the decimal, and then place the decimal over that number of places from the right. So you start on the right, and you count over however many places it is. So that's why I say up here, for multiplying, you're just going to count. So you don't bring it down, you're going to count. All right, so these two are in your foldable. So I'm just going to work through them really quickly. So if you'll just look up here or at your paper while I do it. So the first step says to just multiply as if there were no decimals. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to multiply 5 times 3 and get, oops, let me get rid of that. 15, carry the 1. 1 times 5 is, plus 1 is 6. Okay, so I just multiplied just as if there were no decimals. All right, so we just multiplied 5 times everything, just like we would. And then we count how many numbers are behind the decimal. So in this first top number, how many numbers are behind the decimal? 2. So I'm just going to write a number 2 out there just for me. You don't have to write this, but I'm just saying this is how I figured it out. And then down here, how many numbers are behind the decimal? 1. So I have 2 in that number, 1 in that number. So how many total do I have behind the decimal? 3. So I'm going to end up with 3 numbers behind the decimal. You see it? So I'm going to start on the right-hand side, and I'm going to move over how many places? 3 places, because I said there were 3 behind the decimal. So I'll go 1, 2. Now what happens, because I'm at the front of the number? What do I do now, Bryant? Wait, let Bryant tell us. Yeah, I go up 1 more place, and then I add a 0. So my answer is, and it's good to rewrite it just so it's easy to see with all those loopy things out of the way, 0.065, or 65 thousandths, right? 65 thousandths. Very good. Okay? You with me so far?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the next one. So we have 5.11 times 0.23. I also worked this one for you, so you don't have to work it out. Just pay attention. So we're going to multiply 3 times everything. So 3 times 1 is?
3.
And 3 times 1 again is?
3.
And 3 times 5 is?
15.
So that's my first number. Then I need my placeholder. And then I'm going to multiply 2 times everything, right? So 2 times 1 is?
2.
And then 2 times 1 is?
2.
And 2 times 5 is? 10. Okay, so I got my 2 rows of answers. Now I'm just going to add them up. So 3, 5, 7, 1, 1. Okay, so far? Okay, now let's count how many were behind the decimal. So in 5.11, how many are behind the decimal? 2. And then 0.23, we have 2 behind the decimal. That's a total of? 4. So we're going to move our decimal over 4 places. Start on the right-hand side. Oops. It's not going from. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The decimal ends up between the 1 and the 1, right? So our answer is 1.1753. Or 1 and, who could read the rest of that for us? Just curious. Stella?
1 and 1,753. 10,000.
Very good. 10 thousandths. And remember, our shortcut for remembering that is we put a 1 under the 0 and write a 0. A 1 under the decimal, write a 0 for everything, and that's the number 10,000. That's how we remember it. Okay. Normie. Okay, so if you will work this one on your paper. Okay, when you multiplied it out, you should have gotten this, 5753, but now we need to place our decimal into the answer. How many places over do we have to move it? 4 places, right? Because we have 2 in that one, 2 in that one. That's a total of 4. So I'm going to start here on the left. I'm on the right. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong letter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is 0.5753. Circle your answer. All right, so just real quickly, let's talk about, these are questions that I've given the answer to. So when you multiply 0.52 or 5200ths times 4, you're going to get these digits. But let's just talk really quickly about where the decimal goes in the answer. How many places over am I going to move the decimal in the answer on number 1? How many places do I need? You can say it. 2 places, right? Because I have right here 2 behind the decimal. On the 4, I have how many behind the decimal? 0, right? Because the decimal's behind. Because remember that? Okay, so I'm going to move it over 2 places. So 1, 2. So our answer is 2.08. Okay? How about let's look at the next one. How many places do I need to move the decimal over on number 2? 2 places, because there's 1 here and 1 there, right? It's a total of 2. So I start right here. I go 1, 2. So I have 0.25 as my answer. Okay, on the next one, how many places? On number 3? 3 places, right? Because I have 1 there, 2 there, 2 and 1. That's a total of 3. So I go 1, 2, 3, place the decimal, 0.5 or 0.500. Okay, and then on the last one, how many places am I going to move it over? Good, a total of 5, because I have 3 there, 2 there. That's a total of 5 places. So I'm going to start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the decimal at the front. So it is 0.49446. Do I have a brave person who would like to try to read that number the official way? The official way. Okay, Ramont, go.
49,446 millions. I mean, 100,000.
100,000. Very good. That's okay. It's easy to make that mistake. Very good. Very good.